like that was just all that. Scared me.
That was there, I think. No, that's for sure there.
Get out.
Okay.
Well, so on their own, no, right? Like the words.
Okay, so you are here with us.
All right, that is interesting. I am feeling a little heaviness on my chest.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, did you just do that?
That's crazy, dude.
I feel like a presence behind me.
Do you?
I like this obelisk. You do not have our permission to follow us.
Correction. Malevolent again?
Yep, I gotta go.
Welcome to Edinburgh Manor, an eerie abandoned asylum situated in rural Iowa, just about middle and off to the east, right next to my home state of Minnesota. I talked my friend Jake into making the 5-hour trek with me for an investigation. Now, first impression was this place is pretty peaceful. I mean, just look at that sunset. But as with most things, there's always more to the story. The manor was built in 1911 and housed those with mental health issues, the poor, elderly. But before that, the site was the home of a poor farm. Now, I had never heard of these before, but I guess it was common to ship off all your problems to these poor farms. Special needs? Poor farm. Illegitimate pregnancy for your daughter? Poor farm. Homeless, broke, in need of care? You guessed it, poor farm. I couldn't find any actual pictures of the poor farm that used to exist here, but I did find this one from a city nearby. And here's a view of the countryside from the closest city to Edinburgh Manor, so use your imagination. They demolished the poor farm and built Edinburgh in 1911. Over the years, there have been many people throughout these halls. There are 153 confirmed deaths on the property, and that's just what they recorded. Jake and I didn't get a chance to shoot any footage of the inside of Edinburgh Manor during the day. Let's just say our tour guide was long-winded, and I'm too nice to say, "Wrap it up, let's go!" And so here's a breakdown of the building and our investigation. The two-story manor has 2 wings on each side with a central hall that connects both wings. One side for men and the other for women. Couldn't tell you who stayed in the middle. We explored the basement and made our way across each wing and level. From there, we backtracked a bit and called it a wrap. So sit back, turn up your audio, and let us know if you catch something we missed. We're outside of Edinburgh Manor right now, and it's lightning, and Jake back here is using the Bushnell thermal monocle or monocular, whatever it's called, to see if we can see anything in the windows, see anything outside the property, kind of taking stock of what's out here with us. But right now we are in the middle of nowhere in Iowa. We can hear the frogs in the swamp and the ponds. It's lightning out. It's probably gonna start thundering and storming soon, and we're in this building with no running water. It's got power in some rooms and doesn't have power in others. Like, this place is legit. By far the creepiest place I've explored so far, so I'm super stoked.
Scanning windows. Yeah, that angel was there, I remember. Yeah, see, they put little things in windowsills. Like, that was a baby.
It's pretty cool though.
It's really freaking cool.
It's Creepy, but cool.
That's crazy, dude. Oh, I can see the IR.
Yeah, yeah. It's a spotlight.
Yeah. So you could tell exactly which windows I was looking at.
Yeah, if I'd been paying attention.
Oh, great. You don't even pay attention to me?
No. Dude, those dolls are creepy.
I know.
That's sick, dude.
The lightning is really sick with this.
All right.
Dude.
My name is Jake,
And you got Derek here.
and
What let their powers combine?
we're gonna spend some time with you guys. We don't mean you any harm.
All right, let's get a REM pod set up. Maybe, oh yes, cat balls.
Oh my God! Did you just do that?
If it was under the bed, yes, because I just kicked right here.
Oh no! Hello, everybody.
I did kick under the bed. I thought I hit the blanket. It probably was that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, let us know what you want. I mean, if you want to play with us with any of the toys that you have in the room that are more interesting. Did you hear something over there?
Yeah.
So did I. Was it the locker?
No, I think it was outside the room. If anyone's there and wants to join us, feel free. We're don't mean any harm. Just want to kind of hang out. I got huge goosebumps.
Well, yeah, because you scare easily.
Like my whole freaking body is like.
I heard that too. Well, I heard the thing outside the window,
Yeah.
but then I heard something again over by the locker. It sounds like there's...
I think it's right around the corner. Paul's room.
Paul, if you're here, like, let the viewers know that a man named Paul, I think his name is Paul.
Yeah,
Correct us if we're wrong, who's ever here, but he committed suicide by strangulation in the room across the hall. And whether it's disrespectful to talk about, I think it's important to
I mean, we
recognize.
mean no disrespect.
No, we're just talking about what occurred. And you must have been a very sad individual, Paul, and I hope you're not sad anymore. I hope anybody here isn't sad. I mean, I think a lot of traumatic things happened here.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe whatever's here is sticking around because of that trauma. If there's anything we can do to help, just let us know. We're here to communicate, to talk. We just want to have a friendly experience with you.
I keep hearing a lot out there.
Outside?
Out there, yeah.
Out the door?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not hearing anything out there anymore.
Look at the mouse.
The mouse.
Yeah, mouse in the locker.
Oh, gross, there's a mouse over there.
Hey, buddy.
Well, that explains the noise.
Yeah. Right behind that ball. I can't quite see it because the light doesn't reach.
Well, debunking 101, the noises we were hearing over there were a mouse. So at least we know our senses are working, like we heard actual noises.
One thing that the tour guide said to us is that there's no water in the pipes, but you can still sometimes hear the pipes knocking, which we thought was kind of interesting. She was trying to equate that to like a sort of residual haunting, if you will, but not of an actual entity, but of like a repetitive object in space and time that's imprinted on the fabric of space and time, if you will, and that's what accounts for some of that. But there's accounts of like, she has some pretty incredible accounts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and doubt that any of those things happened, but they were pretty crazy. Like, not that she's crazy, the experiences sound crazy.
Yeah.
Like being pushed to the ground, having objects thrown at her, a feeling of like being I can't touch my mic, of weight being pressed against her chest. Voices, footsteps, hair pulling, giggling, laughing, like basically everything that you can think of.
And like what you especially want to do, you take all those into account and you believe them, you're not discrediting her, but you want to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah, those are really cool, extraordinary stories.
it's just hard. It's hard when you hear people talk about like
paranormal experiences because it's just not something I've experienced, you know, I've had things happen, especially now that I've been doing this for a couple hunts, that are interesting and intriguing, but like nothing sort of mind-blowing, you know what I mean? Like nothing that's like, oh my, it's so inexplicable, it's gotta be a ghost, right?
Like figures or like talking. So she mentioned a thing called a mimic, which what they do is they mimic someone. So like if I was sitting here and Derek is across the hallway or way down the hallway, and then all of a sudden Derek walks in the room, I could be talking to him and that could be a mimic and not actually Derek. So like they just take the form, they can't speak. So like we'd be talking like, hey man, what's up? And they wouldn't talk, and they'd be like, oh, and then they would just dissipate, and then the real Derek would walk through and I would be gone. I'd be outside.
When I've heard of things called, she was talking about shadow figures.
Yeah.
And I've heard of things called shadow people. And the theory with shadow people is that they're not human, but that they are sort of existing in the background, kind of like moving through our world, if you will, but aren't really interacting with us. They're just kind of passing through. And so when people talk about seeing shadow people, it's not necessarily ghosts, of humans, but like non-human entities. But then she said shadow figures, and when she said shadow figures, I wasn't sure if that just means like, we see like apparitions, shadows in the background. So, and it's all theoretical to me. Like I don't know. I don't know what's what.
Yeah.
So the vibe in here, you know, I'm trying to like pay attention to my body, but like the vibe in here doesn't seem that oppressive. And I noticed like when we were walking through the building here, we were coming in, and each room, like there's like a dampness in the air because, you know, there's no air conditioning, so it's very heavy and humid. Today it's hot, and there's like this heaviness. And when we came in here, it was different. It didn't seem as heavy. It didn't seem like as like moist in the air, damp. Like the smell in here too, like there's no smell in here. There's no like, it almost smelled kind of good. And she said that the tour guide said, well, yeah, that's because it's a sign that the spirits here like you. Which is interesting. I didn't notice it smelling different when we walked in to this time. Like I don't smell.
Yeah, I noticed a little right when I walked in here, because then I thought about your dryer sheet on it.
Yeah. Like I think there's got to be a dryer sheet in here or something. Like, well, I think, you know, we can certainly come back. I understand that we're two scary looking guys and you don't know us and you might want to hide from us. I totally understand that. So maybe we'll come back in a little bit.
Yeah.
So this used to be a room, and after Paul passed away here, they turned it into a utility closet because no one really wanted the room, which makes sense.
So Paul, if you're in here and you want to hang out, make yourself known, buddy. We're a couple of nice guys. I struggle with mental health, so I get it.
I struggle with mental health too. Jake and I are fortunate to live in a time where there's been a lot more awareness, I think, and understanding of mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and the psychology of the brain, and we're able to get medication that helps us, and we're able to get acceptance from our peers and support from our loved ones for all those mental health issues. And so we are very grateful to live in a time and a place where we can get the help that we need. And we're sorry that you had to experience what you experienced.
So if you're here with us and want to...
That one's spiking.
If you're here with us and want to hang out...
If that's you interacting with this, I'm just going to tip this up right here so that we can see it.
Yeah,
I just want to be able to tell if there's anybody here with us. This is an EVP session in Paul's room. I'd like to ask if there is anybody here with us to go ahead and say something or make a noise.
I feel like a presence behind me.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like? Just like in
Like someone's watching you. Like, you know, like when you're standing in a crowd, you know someone's behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ask. Is there anybody behind Jake right now? If there's somebody behind Jake, can you let us know your name? Is it Paul?
Am I in your way? Do you want me to move?
Yeah, why don't you come over here?
Yeah.
If you are back there, Paul, why don't you go ahead and come on in and join us? This is your old room after all. Can you let us know how you're feeling right now? Here with us to go ahead and say something. Or make yeah, that's it. Alright, let's level set. Is there anybody behind Jake right now? That.
Something, yeah.
It's like, did you hear something?
Yeah, I don't know if that was me moving though.
If there's somebody behind Jake, can you let us know your name?
That's loud.
Is it Paul?
Am I in your way? Do you want me to move?
Yeah, that's loud. I gotta like listen to it with headphones.
Yeah.
Kind of want to like slow it down and isolate it, but
Unfortunately, the audio files from the digital recorder were deleted before I could review them. I attempted to recover the deleted files, but they were corrupted, so the only audio we have for this EVP session comes from the camera's audio. Let's listen to the enhanced audio.
is there anybody behind Jake right now? That.
Something, yeah.
It's like,
It sounds like somebody is gasping a loud p sound. A part of me wonders if we are hearing Paul try to say his name. There just isn't enough clarity on the camera audio to make a good determination. We wrapped up in Paul's room and made our way to a room down the hall with an even darker history.
so what we got here is a Tesla coil, and this is something that we believe is going to kind of charge up the air a little bit and allow you the ability to interact with us some more.
By the way, we're here. We didn't really announce ourselves.
Well, we
Sorry.
did when we were in here putting up the laser grid, didn't we?
Yeah, well, each time you come in a room, right?
Well, again, my name's Derek, and this is Jake, and we're just here to interact with you, get to know you a little better, and hopefully communicate with you if we can. In order to do that, we would like to charge up the room a little bit. You don't have to be just scared of this device. It's a little noisy, and it's kind of weird, but we're just going to see if it helps charge things up. So you want to hit the switch, Jake?
That is absurd.
It's sick,
Can you
isn't
touch it?
Yeah.
Does it shock you?
Yeah.
Wait, really? It hurts?
Little.
Oh, yeah. Here, let's turn
Do you
up
have
the
the
lights.
EMF detector?
Turn up the lights. That's wild.
Do you have the EMF detector?
Yeah. Does it go crazy?
Put it up to it.
That's wild.
You can shut it off
Even
now.
that far away.
Yeah. Like it charges up the room, dude. Did you show that to the camera?
Be worthless then?
Huh?
This is just gonna be worthless once
No,
that's
because
going?
shut it off once.
You said it charges up the room.
Yeah, but like now that you turn it
once-
on, it's not going to be reacting to that necessarily.
Got
but
it.
like
So it doesn't actually have free electrons.
I mean, I think you can smell ozone if you get close. It smells like bleach, kind of. And I think it's a theory, Jake. It just charges the air and it's cool. God.
It is pretty cool.
Yes, in theory, the thing would still be going off, letting us know the air is charged. But so we're going to do an Estus method. Apparently, in this room, there was a male nurse who would take advantage of older women and developmentally disabled women. He would force himself upon them, and that's just terrible to think about. And so we want to try to communicate with anybody here, and I'm going to use this device that's going to allow me to hear words coming from the radio, and Jake is going to be asking some questions to you, and I'm going to respond with what I'm hearing come through this. But I'm going to be blindfolded, so I can't see Jake's mouth move. I can't see what questions he's asking. And I'm going to have noise-canceling headphones on. So I've got these Bose noise-canceling headphones, which should make it impossible for me to hear what he's saying. I am in a sensory deprivation world right now.
And if you guys want to interact with me without him knowing, I'll be here, but I'm a nice guy. I don't want hurt on anyone. So, my name is Jake, and Derek is on the bed.
Without me? I appreciate it. And it said this is a tragedy.
It is. What has happened in this room is definitely a tragedy.
Jeremy?
So your name is Jeremy. Did you live here? Or did you work here?
It's really hard because like I've got it sweeping as slow as it can, which is about 350 milliseconds. And you hear words, but like it's by the time you're processing what you just heard, it's hard to like regurgitate.
Yeah.
So there are a couple that I could make out clearly. Do you want to try?
Right here, yeah.
No, right here.
Nope.
You don't want to sit here and try?
No.
No, don't lay down. How about you sit here?
No.
Why?
If someone was raped in that bed, no.
Not this bed in this
I don't
location. You know, I didn't want to say this though. I am feeling a little heaviness on my chest.
Okay.
I am, but I also feel like it's because, like,
what happened here?
no, because like the sensory deprivation, like all my senses are like blocked, and I found myself getting like really nervous because I couldn't tell what's happening outside of my sight and hearing.
Yeah.
And your voice in the background is indiscernible. It's just like a slight murmur, kind of like Charlie Brown's. I'm like,
Okay.
and in my mind I'm thinking, is he scared right now? Is something happening? Like, and then my legs start to tingle a little bit, and then like I'm starting to get nervous, and like it's just very disorienting. Did you used to go to school near here, or did you stay here?
No.
No. Okay. Well, were you somebody that was assaulted here?
Indulge.
Are you-
Stop asking.
Are you somebody that used to work here?
Surprise.
Are you scared right now?
Anything cool?
No, not really. I want to try again. I'm here.
Is your name Eleanor? Did you live in this room, or are you visiting?
At home.
So you did live here. Are we in your bed?
Come closer. Yes.
Okay, is that okay? Can we stay here with you?
Let yourself go. moment.
I find it hard for myself to let it go because I'm very, I get spooked easily and I like control. Do you feel that way? Do you like to have control, or you're free? Do you feel free?
Why?
I don't know. I guess everyone likes to feel in control. Maybe?
Protect.
Yeah, maybe it is a protection of my life. I want to protect it and be in control and gear it a certain way.
The others.
Are you here to protect the others? Was that your role here?
I'm happy to.
Okay, good. So a good energy is here with us, a protector, and that's great. I would consider myself a protector as well. Are we in your way? Do you want us to get off the bed or chair?
Get out.
Okay, so you want us to leave. If you want us to leave, you can interact with either of these objects and we will gladly leave you peacefully.
Just so much like randomness. Downstairs we go. Am I going the right way? No.
No, you're not.
Oh, one of these days I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, I can just feel the cool air coming up. Oh. You know, one of the benefits of being in a haunted establishment where hauntings are typically characterized by rushes of cold air, I'm really looking forward to getting haunted.
Honestly. Or like, because temperature, so in the game that we play, temperature changes is a big factor.
Yeah.
Let's go to the boiler room. Yeah.
Boiler room, yeah. So where is this padded room at? Do you remember where it is?
Oh, I know, but I'm not going to tell you.
I'm gonna find it. So there's a padded room down here.
Yeah, we're going the exact opposite way.
No, we're not. Are we really?
That door's not closed anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the purple room.
It's not closed.
I don't think she closed it all the way, dude. Did she?
I don't
No, she didn't.
No, I didn't,
She
because
didn't
I was over
close it.
here and I saw that. Let's not open it, please.
She didn't close it all the way.
Good. Close it, please.
So this is like a purple chemical room, and it's like all purple and pink. It's weird. And she said that something was trapped in here, and she couldn't get the door back open.
Because someone wanted it in there.
Yeah. Interesting room.
But she opened it today, so.
No, because if you let go of it, see, it doesn't shut all the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go to the padded room.
Go that way.
And then through here, I believe, there it is, the padded room. So in here. So apparently the guys from Ghost Adventures were here, and the host of Ghost Adventures, his name was Zach Baggins, saw a face out this window. And this is outside.
The EMF down here.
All right, so if there is anybody here with us, we'd love to interact with you. As I said upstairs, feel free to make a sound, make a noise. We don't mean you any harm. We're here out of curiosity. You do have my permission to touch me, but that's it. But you can make sounds, make a noise, let us know you're here.
77.8. It's going down.
It's going down, yeah, it takes a minute. I'm gonna do an
EVP, baby.
EVP session in the not so padded room. Yeah, what room was this supposed to be? This one looks more like a holding cage.
They said there's padding on all of this.
Okay, at one time.
And then they took it down.
Okay. Is there anybody here with us right now? Do you have any nicknames? Is there any energy here that's been here since before the manor was built? EVP session in the not so padded room. Yeah, what room What's this supposed to be? This one looks more like a holding cage.
There's padding all on this.
Are you female?
I feel like...
Are you male? Are you female?
It's just so hard to hear. I get a background humming on them.
Are there any non-human entities
I
here?
hear it like right now.
Hey, what is that?
Well, the fan in the other room.
Oh, there's a fan, and they got a dehumidifier down here.
Sometimes I think that, like, is it because of my skepticism and my, like, calm demeanor that I exude some aura or some energy?
They're like, let's not.
Well, they're like, this guy is not worth it, or like, don't mess with that guy. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, what if God exists and God is protecting me, and every ghost that sees me is like, oh, he's protected. He's like, I'm part of the mafia or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a made guy.
The
you know?
machine.
Yeah, like I'm a made guy. Hey, we can't mess with that guy. He's a made guy.
Hey, he's a stand-up guy.
I say that and watch my hat just get smacked off my head.
Fangulo.
Yeah, Fangulo.
But I was thinking that too. And like what Keela was saying, she's like, people that believe in it more are more susceptible to it. It tends to track a lot.
Well, it goes back to what we were saying about my concern is that if I was to be like, or I just can't force myself to be more believing, right? But like,
Noise.
You heard noise?
Solid noise, yeah.
Solid noise. Well, we heard solid noise, folks. I didn't hear it. But a part of me wonders, like,
Yeah. I'm not gonna say walking, but like shuffling.
you heard a shuffling out there?
Listen.
No, dude.
Yeah.
The other thing is we are right by the window.
I was thinking that too, a car driving by or something.
It could be the whooshing of the car.
So no, like part of me is wondering, like, if somebody believes is more prone to believing and therefore has more paranormal experiences, is that because they're more prone to believing that what they're experiencing is paranormal?
Exactly.
Versus it being the case that paranormal entities interact more with people who are more believing. It's a whole chicken and egg thing, right?
Yeah. I want to interact and I want to know this stuff, but I don't want to. Like, I'm a believer, but I'm also like,
yeah,
no.
I kind of have a cautious desire to, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, trigger the REM pod, like, make the things that, like, let me hear a whisper or something, but, like, don't just show me, like, full-fledged apparition, be like, I'm right here, my name's Bill, and then it disappears. Like,
Yeah, like,
that would be terrifying.
I want to know, but I don't want to know. So maybe that's why things don't happen. Whereas the tour guide and the people that do these tours, like, I want to see something. I want to experience something.
But I do want to see something. I do want to experience something.
But you're also a non-believer. So they're like, F this guy.
Yeah,
but
but
me, like, I do, but I don't.
But at the same time, it's like, wouldn't they, like, it's hard because
They
I'm
make
thinking
you
of
believe?
myself as a ghost. Like, if somebody's, like, genuinely, like, I just want to know, man.
Kind of like
and
you
they're,
can't do that.
And they're a nice person, and they're like, I genuinely want to know. Like, I think I just, like, flash them real quick or something.
Yeah.
You know, like, what, the equivalent of ghost flashing.
I suppose,
Like
yeah.
this.
Like, hey, what's up,
And
dog?
then, disappear. Yeah, a little ghost winky.
I've told you I like to startle people, like, gah! And if they don't jump, I don't try
You
to
don't like
keep-
doing it.
I don't like
Exactly.
startling them.
Yes.
I only like startling people who are really
You're
reactive.
not getting a reaction, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
What?
I think that was just, oh, that scared me. I think that was just like a thing that was already there. But it scared me really bad.
You look terrified.
Yes. It's like this little, you can't see it. There's like a, I keep looking over there to try to see something, and like I see these legs from like a table.
The worst is when people...
And it got me very scared.
I saw that, and the worst thing is when people are like, oh my god, and you're like, what? And you're like, and they're not saying anything, and you're like, spit it out, what did you see? Don't process it, just describe it.
It was nothing.
Okay.
Should we go down to the boiler room?
Yeah. We got a little hit, but
This
nothing
boiler
crazy.
room is creepy. This whole place is creepy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a padded room where a guy saw a face, and I'm over here going, "Yep, the boiler room is creepy."
It's scary.
Interesting. So down here in the boiler room, we've got the old furnace, which was coal and wood. And then we've got the newer furnace systems. This was a establishment that closed down finally for good in 2010. Built in 1911.
What a year.
It's a great year.
So, if you guys want to interact with anything, we have a little word detector.
Yeah, why don't you
I don't
describe to the
understand.
audience what that is?
I had
It's a
no
word detector.
idea.
It detects words.
It's a dictionary. And if you change the temperature or EMF,
So, it's funny, I'm giving you shit.
You don't know.
But here's my understanding of it. It has built-in mechanisms for, I believe, temperature, EMF, and maybe like static electric sort of measurements or something. And my understanding is that if you take some of these sensors and correspond readings from those sensors, so think of like Excel, right, where you have rows and columns.
Yeah.
You put a word in row 1, column A, and that corresponds to 71.1 degrees and EMF level of this,
Okay.
and another measure of this. Then that all
That all
corresponds
equates
to this
to-
word.
yeah.
But I think there's 2,000 or so, or maybe even more words in this dictionary.
But do the words mean anything?
Well, so on their own, no, right? Like the words are. It's a mouse.
It's a bird.
A bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, some animal. Well, it's not surprising all the ventilation systems are here. Like there could be.
And there were a ton of birds in that tree right out there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nests and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we tried to explain it, it's
I can't figure it out.
I
Maybe
mean-
you can.
I'd be more intrigued if you might not know what words it corresponds to, but just make it go off.
Just anything, yeah.
Yeah, like if you can
Just
interact with our devices and impact electromagnetism, interact with a static electric field generator, did I say fluctuate temperature? If you
Yeah.
can fluctuate temperature, if you can do any of those things, do it by that black box, and it'll generate some words.
yeah.
They don't have to be relevant, but at least we'd know if those words are being generated that maybe potentially you're manipulating the ambient environment. Or, since you've seen all these devices before and there's nothing new here, give us your own sign or interaction. Touch us on the shoulder, knock something over, throw
Me-
something, move something. Would that say it?
Religion.
Religion?
That made me jump.
I saw that. So the obelisk did say a word. If that was
Yeah.
you who made it say that word, thank you. Can you make it say another word?
Great.
Great. Thank you. That's great. I mean, maybe it doesn't make any sense, but at least you're,
It is interesting that it's making words now after it was
Yeah.
silent.
yeah.
Can you make it say another word, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going. Please.
Or like we were saying before, anything. You could knock on a pipe or move or...
What's funny is I get more startled by you than I do the thing. So when she goes, rate, or I heard her talk in a split second, then I saw you jump, and then that almost startled me. And so the scariest thing in this room right now is
Is
Jake.
me. Yeah. I'm a ghost.
Yeah, well, no, apparently not.
Any better posture?
Spoon.
Spoon.
Spoon. Well, that is a word generated. All right. Well, I appreciate you interacting with that black box there. If you're able then now to interact with this light up device in front of us, it does incorporate some of the same principles that does. So maybe you can make this go off now. Just come close to it and it should go off. and light up for us.
Ashes.
Boiler room, yeah. Yeah, if you want to continue doing that, that'd be great. Maybe you're figuring it out. Maybe you can,
Tinkering and toying.
yeah, slowly start to figure out words.
But again, I cannot be the first person that's come through this very room with a novelist.
Yeah.
It's such a common tool.
It's true, so they probably know what they're doing.
I wouldn't say it's super common. They're pretty spendy, but we ghost hunters are willing to drop ridiculous money on theoretical things. Like if I would have taken this money and invested it, maybe not in this state, like maybe not in current state, like with the recession and all
I mean,
this
it's
stuff.
doing well, actually, the last few days.
But it's bear market, are you kidding me?
Could be on its way up.
Anyway, if I would have taken the money I spent on this and put it towards something else, I'd probably be in a better financial. I will never financially recover from ghost hunting. I feel like Tiger King when he's like, I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When the chick gets her arm bit off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna financially recover. So that brings me to my next point. Please support me on Venmo, Patreon, and my PayPal. Donations are greatly appreciated, and they pay for premium content like this.
And don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and we'll see you next time.
Also, give Voices of Jake a look at TikTok and Instagram. He's got quite the following and produces some wonderful content. So
And YouTube.
And YouTube. Shit, yeah, YouTube.
Completely different over there, but it's still me, baby. It's still freaking me. I do a lot of like beauty stuff, obviously. So I talked about like, if someone really cares about someone's hairy armpits or how they look or whatever, it's like, you don't need to mess with them. Like, love you. Like, the stereotypical stuff, but still, it's like, you don't need to make yourself look any different for someone else.
Ladies, don't get the wrong idea. I think it's important to mention that you should wear makeup. You should strive to be in shape.
Yeah.
And subscribe to all modern beauty standards.
Okay, so we got the same ideas then.
For the record, I am not being serious. Don't cancel me. I'm only joking.
Oh God, that scared me.
She'd say, shut up.
Children.
Children?
But well, I have talked about that a lot too. Like, the children, the standard that they have to, like all the Gen Z.
Slur.
Holy slur.
Holy slur. I don't like those as much.
The holy slurs?
Well, those words.
Yeah, no.
They're a little bit more concerning than children.
Why?
I'm just thinking, children just seems like fun and playful.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Holy slur. It's whenever we start to get into religion and stuff, like
It freaks you out.
makes
a
you
little bit.
think a little bit about deep.
Can you? Well, you cannot touch me. I can tell you that. You do not have my permission.
Can you?
But
That's 2 words.
that is 2 years.
Can
So
I
they're
what?
getting good at it.
Yeah, can I what?
Okay, so you are here with us.
All right, that is interesting.
Your hopes are now.
Thank you. Thank you for interacting with that. You know, it's been a quiet night, and I've been hoping that this REM pod would go off, because when it goes off, that's when I start to light up too.
Yeah.
I start to light up. So thank you for that.
Is your name Gail? Or was that just Gateway?
Gateway's the next word. Remember how she said that
Yes.
Zach Baggins opened up?
I'm not getting scared.
Okay, so guys,
I'm getting scared now.
the Ghost Adventures guys came down here and apparently did a Ouija board down here. We're not supposed to do Ouija boards here because apparently Zach Baggins did it wrong. He opened up.
And I don't fuck with that.
I think did she even use the word gateway?
Yes.
I think she said like he opened up a gateway
Yes, she did.
and didn't close it. And I'm sitting here going, okay, all right, sure.
And I don't
but
like
the
that.
obelisk just said gateway. See, that's what I'm saying. The obelisk is just weird, man. And we're
But
getting
it also said 11 and Gale. And,
right. So you have to take it as a whole.
But still, I don't like that. If there is anyone here, we are nice.
Yeah, we're not.
We don't mean any harm.
And if you mean us harm, you are not welcome here.
No.
Threshold.
What did she say? Something threshold?
Bell.
Bell? There's those bells hanging from the thing. Can you ring one of the bells on the pipes?
Or the one outside. That's a big
That
boy
is a
bell.
big bell.
If that happens.
If that rings, that's some serious strength, man. That could pick us up.
Well, I think we're gonna move on. But if you want us to stay,
Hey, listen, here's...
let us know.
Tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Hey, listen here.
Let me make a deal with you. We're gonna go upstairs. But if you want us to stay down here a little longer, make the REM pod go off again. Please. All right, well, we haven't heard the REM pod go off again, and we do want to check out the top level.
I like this obelisk. Well, if there's anyone in here, thank you. And you do not have our permission to follow us.
Correction.
Malevolent.
Malevolent again?
Yep, I gotta go.
Hammer. David.
See, it picked... Okay, so it's saying...
Purified
Hammer David. It just fell against me, but I think... This is how... Okay. So this is why I'm probably haunted constantly. Can the camera... Oh, the camera can't see it. Can you see the bag right now on the screen? It hit me. I still
like,
kept
oh
talking.
no, it was just gravity.
I'd kind of like to go back in that room, and we'll maybe do we can do like spirit box, we could do EVP, we could do a number of things. But I'd also like to spend some time with the FLIR thermal and kind of walk down these halls a little bit with the thermal imaging camera. See if we get any interesting hits on that.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything on the SLS really. No mapping. Both trips. So down here, I believe it's through here.
Yep.
All these rooms, bathrooms, rooms. But through here, somebody donated a casket to this place. And so there's actually a coffin in this room, which is super creepy. Like, they've got it set up, it's like there's a crow. I guess all that was in this room initially was this pew and this rocking chair. Do you hear something out there?
A little knock.
I heard a little knock out there. Kind of sounded like, almost like the sound a fridge will make sometimes when it knocks. Could you tell us your name?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What's your name? How many people are here with us right now? Were you a patient here? Are you somebody that used to work here? Could you say one of my name or Jake's name? Could you say Derek or Jake?
One of your names.
Right.
I decided to go out into the hallway with my FLIR thermal imaging camera, where I captured one of the most interesting thermal anomalies I've ever captured. The room we are in sits on the end of the building. From the doorway, you can look down 3 hallways, one to the right, one to the left, and one down the middle. I took a thermal image snapshot looking down each hallway. Now, I wasn't reviewing the thermal pictures very closely at the time. So here's an image from the right. Now, down the center, and look what we see from the left. There appears to be a human-shaped figure coming down the hallway. No such shape or reflection was visible at the time, and you'd expect this image to look the same as the other 2 hallways. Now, after I captured these images, I came back into the room. Jake then outlines a theory about the potential of increased activity in the hallways.
Let's just all come out.
Yeah, maybe hallway is a good meeting ground. Try a hallway.
Yeah, good.
The hallways probably have, in historical sense, the most activity. So hallways, whether you're coming from the room or leaving the room, hallways are always active, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it was some sort of residual, there'd be a lot of activity in hallways because that's what you use to get places.
How interesting is it that Jake talks about activity in the hallways just moments after I capture what appears to be a figure walking in the hallway? After a long and humid night in Edinburgh, we decided to wrap things up. I can certainly say the ambiance at Edinburgh is incredibly spooky. Given the manor's violent and tragic past and the current state of the building, it definitely made for an awesome investigation. I want to say a quick thanks to Jake over at Voices of Jake for joining me on this investigation. We had an awesome time together. I also want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our investigation and be on the lookout for more hunts. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and follow us on social media, like, subscribe, and if you feel so inclined, donate via Patreon or Venmo at Ghosting Paranormal. We'll see you on the next hunt.